Nothing settles you down like a Twix. Just
one Oreo, sitting there,
no.
just looking.
Or
at you.
one Oreo is just a promise of more to come. I'd rather have no Oreos.
Have you seen Giannis, the Greek
Oreos.
freak? He's an NBA player. You might not know him, but I think he's actually Greek. Anyway, he comes to America, and as a child, he could never afford. He grew up in a really poor place. Oreos. And he tries Oreos, and he's like, "Whoa, this is it. This is my new diet. I'm eating an Oreo-based diet."
Oh.
And then a month in, he's like, "All right, I've had enough Oreos. They're kind of dry. Oreos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner is too much." And he has a teammate be like, "Have you ever dipped them in milk?"
Oh,
And he's like, you put them in the milk?" And he's like, "Yeah, you dip them in milk. Oreos are amazing." and he's like, "All right, I'll try it." So he takes his Oreo and he drops it to the bottom of the glass. And they're like, no, you can't do that. You're doing it wrong. So he fishes it out and he tries it. And you have to see this guy. He's really emotive in his face. He's like, "Oreos and milk are amazing." I've never stopped. I'm an Oreo and milk
Meanwhile,
guy.
this is a guy who's unaware that America has turned the Oreo into 50 other products now.
Yeah.
There are cereals. There are like spreads. You can take an Oreo frosting that will go right on your toast and eat it for breakfast if you want. There's there's Oreo everything now, Taylor.
Yeah.
There's Oreo everything.
He's walk down that aisle more.
Oreo
Greek freak
tampons.
is super cool. What?
Yeah.
Sounds
Yes.
sweet. Oh, and you could dip them in your tea.
This
Oreos.
Mm-hmm.
An
I'll
Oreo
dip them in
tea?
anything.
Yeah.
No,
I love
Oreos
an
are
Oreo.
Oreos are.
You know what I
high
don't
quality
like
cookies. I
though?
enjoy them.
The mega stuff Oreo is just too much.
That's
It's
where you're
just too
so.
much cream.
Wait. How much more is mega stuff than double stuff?
It's like quadruple stuff, I think. It's way too much.
You know, a younger me would have said you're so wrong, but the maturity as I age has shown me that those dry chocolate bits that suck independently, they carry a good bit of that total flavor. And adulthood is when you realize the chocolate parts of the Oreo have a function too. Childhood is all cream. It's all the sugar.
Yeah, look at this.
Whoever made thin should be put in prison.
But wait, if the chocolate part's thin too, then they're so bad?
Actually, mega stuff, that doesn't look bad because the chocolate part is wider too.
Why do they have something called most stuff that's above mega stuff? It's like
because
the Power
diabetes
Rangers
is
now.
an epidemic. Kyle.
It should be giga stuff or penta stuff. Like what's bigger?
Am I
than
the only?
mega
I
stuff?
would like more cookie and then. Come on.
It goes from megabyte to gigabyte. Just make it giga stuff.
Yeah, giga stuff.
The ultra cream pie. Zach nailed it. That's what it should be called.
They probably they'll probably sell you a fucking like a peanut butter jar of that stuff.
The
store.
fluff.
The fluff, yeah. Because it's really
Stuff
I can't
has
remember
one
how
F.
great it is. No,
Theirs
their
does.
stuff.
That's
does.
trademarked stuff. You can't get that anywhere else.
I
They
get
I
it,
was
yeah.
aware
Sure.
that most stuff has two F's. I'm only
Yeah.
my IQ's
Partially-
well over 70.
There's probably a little asterisk like that looks like an exclamation point at the end of it that like ties to a claim on the back that's like
Yep.
most stuff is a claim made by the Pepsi Corporation and the subsidiary, or whoever
Pepsi
fucking
Oreo?
owns. I don't know. Pepsi owns so many snack. I know Pepsi owns Frito-Lay, right? And
I think
Frito-Lay
they're all-
owns a ton of different stuff.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm curious.
Yeah, Pepsi and
What's your
Coke
favorite?
own so
What's your
much
favorite Little Debbie? Because nobody likes the raisin cream pies, but they're my favorite.
stuff.
Whatever
That's-
that is looks
ugh.
retarded. That is absurd. It is the most Oreo cookies and cream. It's already cookies and cream.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's just
It's
taking.
literally cookies and cream.
You're right. This is spitting in God's face.
It's like making a ham sandwich that's filled with a ground up ham sandwich. You were
Yeah.
already there.
You know, that's how they make Twixes.
Dude, the
do you
Oreo
mean
answer
that-
was
how they-
interesting.
Yeah, did you know that the inside of a Twix is made from crushed up irregular Twix?
What? Nah.
Yeah, the inside of a Twix is made of Twix.
It's all caramel and
No, the cookie crushed up part.
really?
Yeah, like all the ones that aren't right. Because I watched some video where some guy was like, "Did you know that Twix are made of Twix?" I'm like, now I gotta fucking watch this shit. And so then I did, and
Dude, that's
I
a really
trusted him.
complicated manufacturing software problem. So hear me out. I used to work in this business. If you were to make like a ballpoint pen, right? Imagine an exploded diagram of a ballpoint pen. You're like, all right, for every pen we sell, we need one spring, one tube of ink, one little clicker thing, and a clip thing, and a big tube, and whatever. All right, cool. if I told you that for every pen, there's like a recursive like pen inside the pen, you're like, shit. The ingredients for a pen are infinity. Like there's no end to how many things I need to make pens. How do I solve this? I was on a tech support call, and one of the ingredients in beer somehow was beer. And I was like, well, I don't know anything about beer, and I don't know how to solve this problem for you. I'm only 23 years old.
You're like, but wait, where does the beer come from? We make it.
The store, idiot.
This is going to be a rough conversation.
It's like a sourdough. You get a starter beer.
Oh, do you know some of those starter doughs are over 100 years old with the sourdough stuff? Yeah, it looks like some of those perpetual stews. So a perpetual stew, Woody, some of those have been going for a decade or more. It's a big cauldron over a heat source, and they have had it boiling with food in it that they have been serving for years.
Really?
Yeah, they just keep adding ingredients, but
it's never at zero.
It's never even close.
Dude, I looked up who owned Oreo, and so many fucking layers. Hang on. The Oreo is owned by Nabisco, a subsidiary of Mondelez, which is a subsidiary of Cadbury, a well-known British candy maker.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. That's where it stops. So.
Oh, okay. Cadbury's their own man, eh? That's surprising. The people who make the Easter eggs.
I don't know if I've even had. Or no, yeah, you're right. The Easter eggs. I've definitely had one of those.
Yeah, that cream inside.
Cadbury owns Nabisco. You've eaten tons of shit, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I just mean the Cadbury eggs in particular. Those cream-filled chocolate eggs.
I love those things. They're amazing. I feel like I'm the only one.
Turn off.
I'm like, how do people not know they're incredible?
I like the cherries, the chocolate-covered cherries that have the cum inside.
Well, is it cum or is it not?
I always hoped it was cum.
I've never liked chocolate covered cherries too much. If I'm don't put fucking fruit in my nonsense.
I was really against you until you said
pickled in sugar, and you're calling fruit.
Yeah, there's probably still fucking vitamins in it.
No, there's never any vitamins in cherries. We don't eat cherries. No one eats normal cherries. Do you know? Like no. The only way we eat cherries is when we like pickle them in sugar and turn them into a candy.
Normal cherries.
Well,
as a kid, I would.
You eat all sorts of bizarre things. That latke bread that you eat every day is a weird item that most people
lavish
don't
bread.
What kind lavish bread? You're right. What kind
that
of
shit is good?
I'm confused now.
When do I eat cherries?
Yeah,
Jackie cuts them up and puts them in my Grey Doucette protein French toast.
Oh, damn. That sounds pretty fancy. And that's not a dessert, and so fruit's fine there.
Okay. Does she pit them first, or they come pitted?
She pits them. Yeah,
it's dangerous business. What if she misses one?
Then you eat a little bit of Jackie. What are you? There's a surprise fingertip in there.
Yeah.
One of my greatest fears is biting down on a pit as hard as when you're eating, you're reckless abandon. Taylor, it'd be like unmovable object or like unstoppable object, unmovable force. Taylor bites a pit. He has a nuclear fusion happens in his jaw. And that's how he became the nuclear jaw. You can fight crime there. No, I'm so afraid of biting down on a pit and breaking a tooth.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go anywhere near a pitted fruit.
I've broken my tooth.
Olives can't be trusted.
I've never been a fan of olives. I don't think they bring enough to the table.
Don't olives have soft pits? That little red thing?
That is not a pit.
What is it?
It's a pimento.
Is it put there on purpose?
Yeah, they stuff it in there.
Seems like a high effort.
Pimentos
for cocktails.
One thing I don't like about Europe that I've heard is that if you get like a Diet Pepsi, no free refills. You're paying for every refill on your sodas, which is fucking communism. It's despicable. What kind of bullshit continent can't do free refills on soda?
How is that communism?
I'm trying to process the same thing. I'm like, that's the opposite.
No,
of
those pinko non-soda drinking
capitalism
bitches.
all the way.
Yeah, I don't actually know how it's communism. That's what you do. You just go and throw communists at things you don't like, and then you sell T-shirts about it.
It means bad.
Communist means I don't like
no
it.
refills is communism.
Yeah, it is. Not in the land of the free, baby. You can drink them till you get a headache here.
Yeah, 99 cents per cup the size of your head.
You go to Quick Trip,
refills.
you buy soda from Quick Trip, it's like they're daring you. 79 cents for 102 ounces. Do your worst. You're walking with both hands. That's something Trump would need both hands for. those Quick Trip giant tubs.
It's so cheap. You'll have a coronary before you make money off it.
You look at the little side panel, and I mean, I'm only getting diet soda if I get it, and it's rare I've done this, but like it'll tell you the calorie count. At restaurants, it'll be like, or at the gas station, whatever. It's like, oh, the 64 ounce soda can be between 0 and 1,800 calories. And I'll like look and I'll wonder. I'll be like, all right, clearly Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, that's the 0.
That's how you get truly
Mountain
fat.
Dew, Powerade. What's the real big spender here?
Who's the winner?
Yeah, probably Mountain Dew.
America does the empty calories the best. Like shit like Doritos, so you can buy in like a garbage bag size fucking bag. Like you don't really get that much in Australia. Like the Doritos bags are tiny. We don't do empty calories as well as America. That's why I find you don't see as many like of those. Like if you eat enough of those, you become one of those fucking mega fat people. Like I'm out of shape. I'm not mega fat though. But the empty calories I think is what pushes it over the line.
Slush, have you been to Mexico?
No, I haven't. No.
Dude,
I've been to LA. That's basically a suburb of Mexico.
No, in Mexico, first of all, it's very hard to buy protein there. And even if you order like a chicken dish, there's like a hint of chicken and it's all carbs.
Yeah.
But the like Doritos and Cheez-Its and shit like that they sell, they're like body bags. Like they're huge. You couldn't ride a bicycle and carry this bag at the same time. You could literally fit adult humans in the size of like cheese puffs.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know that they're we've said it before, but they're the fattest country. We are not as fat as Mexico per capita.
Really?
Yeah, they drink more Coca-Cola than anyone. But they
don't have any clean water, do they?
Yeah, maybe they're doing it the same reason like they drank grog on.
Can't Mexicans drink the water?
Ships. I think they can, but I don't think they want to. I think they
wonder how long it takes to acclimate. If you're there for 3 weeks, are you still?
I feel like the water in America, like out of the tap, I wouldn't drink. Like
dude, I couldn't avoid it. I had to take. I forget what the medicine was, but something for a loose stool basically just became something I did 3 times a day. That's my life now.
This is my life in Mexico, shitting constantly.
Yeah.
Every so often, I'd think that like, all right, I'm getting past this. I'm good now. I'd stop taking the medicine. That was a mistake. That's an unforced error.
Yeah, we do junk food really well.
Yeah,
probably better than anybody in the world. We got to hang our head on something.
do wish we had like stuff like that here because I hate going to the supermarket and paying like $5 for like 10 Doritos, like 10 chips. It's because they're tiny and they're a ripoff.
I don't even like Doritos. I think Doritos are the most quintessentially like American chip I can think of.
Yeah, but
I hate them. For my American palate. To eat something and be like, nah, there's something off. This doesn't taste. This is like so artificial. Like for me to notice that as an American, there's some devious stuff in there.
I've had Doritos like once in the past decade, but it was 2 years ago, and they were amazing.
What kind?
Those and Fritos. That's normal. Those and Fritos are so good. I am glad that I don't have access to them.
I am in on Fritos. Fritos are solid. Doritos low tier.
Fritos are filling. Like what you're at a hotel, it's late at night, all you have are vending machine food options. Mm-hmm. If you're responsible and you get that smart food popcorn, you will still be hungry afterwards. Fritos are the opposite of that. That is a solid fill you up food.
It's dense. Those smart pop things, it's just a scent. It says on the bag.
A rumor about food.
Yeah. So it says on the bag, like entire serving, 45 calories. And it's like, why even waste time eating it? Like just throw this away.
Eat the bag as well, just to get through the night. Eat the entire bag. The foil is the 45 calories.
Yeah, right.
Are there any like national snacks of Tasmania that we would know about?
See, I'm not really a snacky kind of person, so I find it hard to sort of nail it down. But we have like the Doritos and stuff like that you guys have. It's stuff like chips, we call them chips, but like crisps or whatever the fuck you call them. Mm-hmm. What do you call them there?
We call them chips.
Chips, yeah. Oh no, wait, we call the other one chips. That's right, hot chips.
French fries are the
French fries. That's one. Yeah, so we have a lot of that stuff, but it comes in a lot smaller bags and it's a lot more expensive. So you don't really people don't go out and buy fuckloads of it. It's more of a I'm having people over and we're gonna have a few drinks. I'll just get like a couple of bags of chips to put out with some other stuff like cheese and crackers and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't really. Like in my experience, maybe it's just me, but like I don't go and buy like fuckloads of Doritos to just keep in the cupboard in case I get hungry or something like that. So
yeah, that's a bad move.
Yeah.
I always, when I do have company over and like I buy snacks and like a meat and cheese tray or whatever, like I will find myself overdoing it sometimes, like subconsciously, and then like the end of the night, everyone leaves, and it's like we got 2 bags of untouched chips, a bag of barely touched pretzels, meat and cheese tray mostly still there, and then it's like I've set myself up for failure because what I'm gonna do the rest of the evening is I'm gonna go. Well, you're already in deep. Like just forge ahead, eat as much as you want tonight. You know what? If you finish this meat and cheese tray, you won't even be tempted to eat it tomorrow.
Yeah. So I did that on Christmas Day. We took over to my brother's house, like we'll call it charcuterie, but just meat and pates and crackers and stuff. And we all just got shit faced, so we didn't even like lay any of it out. And we brought it all home. And then about midnight on Christmas night, I'm like, no, I'm a bit hungry. I ate like fucking 3 pates and like half a kilo of meat, and I'm just laying in bed. The dog's eating off the other end of the plate. I'm like so drunk, I don't give a fuck. I'm just like, whatever.
But your dog had a great evening.
He loved it. He loved it.
Yeah, I don't really do pate. I mean, we have potted meat product and like weird spreads like that, but I think of that as like trucker last resort kind of food.
I think pate is like kind of fancy sometimes.
Yeah, I do too. But I'm talking about like what we have, which is like potted meat product. Those little tins of mystery meat that are mushed together. Like I think maybe. I can't remember what game I played or movie or book I read, but I got interested in pates. I was like, I ordered all of this goose liver pate from Europe. Man, I did not care for it.
No, I wouldn't imagine so.
Some of it's good, some of it's really shit.
I don't want to
mic's popping again.
Oh, is it?
I think it's slush as it was before. Taylor was talking about overbuying with the meats and stuff. I used to do that at Halloween. That was like 10, 15 years ago. But my wife would be like, we don't need like 6 bags of candy bars for this house. We don't get that kind of traffic. And it's like, oh no, whatever will we do? As if I wasn't intentionally buying myself.
Oh yeah. I ate through like this year, like a fool. I bought candy on like October 24th or something. And
why is that foolish?
Because I had it for like
way too early
days before it started. And I put the bag on like my like foyer table near my front door. Like I was going to put the bowl there and then have the candy in there. And then for like the next, it didn't last until I got to the 31st. Because I'd just be walking by and I'm just like, little treat. Why don't I? And I'm like, how do you do, Mr. Snickers? And like before I recognize what I'm doing fully, I had picked it down until it was just like because it was like an assorted thing with like Snickers, Twix, Reese's, and then Three Musketeers, the fucking loser of the group. And before I knew it, there was just a bowl of little Three Musketeers in there, and I'm like, well, this won't do. I gotta go out and buy more candy.
October 31st, first guy here gets a candy corn.
Yeah,
Three Musketeers is good.
No, Three Musketeers is
Wait, hang on. Is it the one that's just nougat?
It's just
sort of
peanuts, right?
Inside. No, Three Musketeers is like a mushy. It's like a mushy chocolate. It's almost like a dry.
What am I thinking? Oh, I'm thinking of like what's the one? It's like it's kind of like Snickers.
Milky Way.
Milky Way and Snickers are the exact same, except Snickers has peanuts. Milky Way does not have peanuts.
Aren't they nougats?
Yeah, they both have nougat.
I gotta do some candy research. I'm lost.
No, I'm positive. Mm-hmm. I'm positive on this part about candy research, but yeah, Three Musketeers has like that whipped part in the middle.
Subject matter expert on the call. Just
once a year, I like for Halloween, I'll usually go a little too hard with candy, but I figure like I haven't eaten candy since then. It's fine. Like no big deal.
You've been a good boy all year.
What's that, Slush?
You've been a good boy all year. Why not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been a
treat
good
yourself,
boy.
you know?
It's my
Why not?
understanding that calories don't even work on some days. Like if it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, or during a UFC fight, you can just eat whatever you want.
Oh, calories don't count at my grandma's house, and that kills me sometimes because
That's
she'll
fair.
just make so much. Actually, it's candy adjacent. She made a ton of fudge when I was down there for Christmas just this past week, and so I just kept like standing up and going in there and just. She cut them
What
into
kind of
these
fudge?
little squares. She had regular chocolate. She had the chocolate with nuts in it, with like walnuts in it. I really like the
That's what I want.
kind with nuts in there. Adds a little texture to it, a little nice little pop. I love that.
Slows you down a little.
Slows you down a little, which I desperately needed. And like, it got to the point that I was
put
like,
BBs
man,
in mine.
you put a BB.
They last forever. You just gotta suck it or else.
Yeah, you got airsoft balls in there. Yeah, I ate so much fudge, but I hadn't had fudge in years, and so I just I can't go on another candy binge for a while. And
Fudge might be
okay.
fudge is a
great.
top tier. Yeah, it's better than any candy, like
For
homemade fudge with walnuts in it. And then the South, we do a thing called divinity, and it's pecans. It's like white fudge. It's like pecans and this confectionery white fluffy cakey gooey sweet shit, which I'm sure is just sugar spun a certain way and mixed with cornstarch or something. And it's so fucking good. That's way better than candy.
Oh yeah,
Now I'm
man,
so
I want
hungry.
some candy.
So hungry.
Look up a moon pie. It's like the kind of snack that like truckers get at gas stations when their blood sugar's low, and when you need 400 calories of
That's
sugar
a
right
moon
just now.
pie.
So as a
Okay,
kid, I
because in
enjoyed it.
Canada,
They are
Zach,
good.
can we have a moon pie picture?
Oh, is a moon pie when you? Hang on, let me guess. In Canada, a moon pie is when you come on a girl's ass.
no, that's pretty good though. Man's ass.
That's what I
No,
call it
Man's
here.
ass.
I thought you
Yeah,
were
I
talking about a half moon because that's what we sell in Canada. You guys know half moons?
No, I haven't heard of that.
You could fucking
That's when those
crush.
girls wear those pants where they like.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is a half moon in Canada. You see this item? You see this
Yes.
item?
Yeah,
Only
we
look at half of it, and now take the chocolate off of it.
Oh, that's your fucking healthcare system and at work.
Yeah,
That's what y'all pay for in exchange. Y'all
No.
get
So-
half the cookie and they take the
No,
chocolate.
no,
off.
but actually, it looks
Oh my god,
Man.
48.
1,000 times better than that.
I'm
What?
so glad
Fuck
pulled
you.
this up, Zach.
No, we spent the first 20 minutes of the show trying to figure out what gay is. Canadian moon pies are gay.
Yeah, I mean, our
You
moon
haven't pulled
pies
it
are
up
better.
yet. You have to see it.
You told us what it
Oh,
was.
no,
It's
no, I
ours
got it, I
without
got
the
No,
chocolate.
no.
Yeah, it's
a
ours,
moon
but
pie is
worse.
when you
I could tell that those don't have the like this. The half moon's a Twinkie. It's a flattened
Taylor.
Twinkie.
Yeah.
Taylor, do you know what a Canadian moon pie is?
No.
It's when you come in a guy's ass.
Gotcha. Now you're gay. Yeah. Everyone, leave in the comments that Harley is gay. Harley's gay. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone knows he's gay. He's the gayest man in Canada.
Finster, get out
Very
of my
few people are that
dreams!
well known. He's the tallest Jew and the gayest Canadian.
No,
Two
the banana moon pie.
No, that's
Yeah,
no,
wait, I
that's
pulled
gross.
up a
Let me
Walmart
finish.
link. Pull it
Let
up.
me finish now. Look, that banana moon pie, one of my favorite childhood treats. Okay, love those fucking things. I will say this: it's like a Popeye's biscuit. This thing, that inside cookie, if they call it that, it is not a cookie.
It's all but
It is
powder.
a substance that the cookie, if you will, of this is a substance that you have never put in your mouth before. Okay, it's crumbly and yet spongy. It's tough and yet it sort of melts in your mouth like cream or nougat or something like that. It's bizarre. They are not good. I do not recommend them.
I haven't had one since I was young.
Don't have a moon pie. I don't know anything
You
about
know,
a
all
loon,
these
half moon.
all these things, by the way, all of these, like, you know, these types of things like
Little Debbie's.
snowballs and ho-hos.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
all of those treats
Hostess.
are a billion times better in Canada. I'm not trying to defend my country's honor, like when you guys are making fun of being like, no, wait, the snacks are good. No, but I promise you guys, I don't eat Swiss rolls in the USA or snowballs or anything that like Hostess makes or whatever in the USA. They're so drastically different in Canada. It's crazy. And I think our half moons exist because what you're right, you might be right, like per individually wrapped food, like the calorie or sugar might be so high that we can only do the half.
Let me ask you this: do y'all do the Reese's with 4 cups in the fucking slider?
We did get that. It's like it has a 4th cup, right? With
what
like
do you mean
a yellow
you did
band.
get that? You make it sound like 3. It's the iPhone 14. Like, yeah,
it is. No, we got that. We got that like last year. The 4 cups came in like last year.
Dude, Reese's is the most like no one is innovating in get fat food like Reese's is. They have come out with fucking like I don't know, big fat ones, quad ones. You need giant ones,
it's a
tall
problem.
ones, pretzel ones, potato chip Reese's.
But you know what? I have an issue with it. I love Reese's Pieces. I've always loved Reese's Pieces.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
You want a little movie
problem. Here's the problem.
Movie
I want Reese's Pieces. I don't necessarily always want Reese's Pieces with the peanut in it. And now I can only find Reese's Pieces with the peanut in it. There's no the old school Reese's Pieces at any of my corner stores.
They had Reese's Pieces.
You got to order Reese's from the Halloween supply store. They have.
I've never had that.
Again, I like this piece of trivia he's about to give you guys.
Yes, I want to hear.
Do you know the trivia already?
No. I wanted you to ask, and then I wanted to see
trivia. You know, it's the ET trivia.
Yeah.
Oh, is it about walkie-talkie?
Steven, it's about how a Jew saved Reese's.
Steven Spielberg wanted M&Ms. All right, he wanted M&Ms because that's his favorite candy, and they were like, "Nah, we don't. We're good. We don't want it in your weird fucking alien movie." And Reese's Pieces was like, "Yeah, hook us up. Let's do it. I bet aliens would love a nice peanut buttery treat." and that really saved the whole brand.
It was that iconic scene where they're putting it down and he's following the candy and eating it. Reese's Pieces, actually, Reese's was going bankrupt that year. They were like, they had been in the red for like a decade and it was over. And then sales went up like 8,000% after the movie and it never went down after that. Like,
now it's cool.
In the movie.
It has to be in the fucking movie theater now. Like, every time you go to the movie, that's where you get it, Harley. If you actually wanted it, every time you go to the movie theater, that's just quintessential.
No, but it's Reese's Pieces with the peanut in it in Canada.
I don't understand what you mean. Like peanut, like actual hard,
like a full
nuts?
peanut.
Like imagine a peanut M&M, but it's a Reese's Pieces, but it's a peanut.
I've never had that.
Okay,
so that's all we have here.
Go to the movie.
How does it differ from a peanut M&M?
Is he still rolling in YouTube money?
It has it has the peanut butter still. It is a full Reese's Pieces.
Oh,
but it's like a big one. It's a ball, like with a peanut inside of it.
Okay, so they take a peanut and then they cover it with peanut butter and then they wrap that in chocolate and then they put that candy coating on the top so it doesn't melt. And you don't want that.
I'm not saying I don't want that. I love it.
You've had enough.
Also,
that's
that's everywhere. That's all you can get. And you're looking at a Canadian one.
I thought it said peanut arachnid. I was
not only that.
I see it too.
Another way to say peanut in French is cacahuète. So you should be happy that they didn't put cacahuète.
Is that French for peanut?
Yeah, arachide.
Arachide. Or so is cacahuète.
Is it really?
Yeah, so is cacahuète. You're not taking that in. Cacahuète. And tired is fatigué. So
Fatigué,
tired is fat
cacahuète.
and gay, and peanut is cacahuète. Trust me, this is the shit we laughed at when we were trying to learn the language.
Never tried an MRE. I imagine they're very salty.
So he called it an MRE, but I'm actually talking about like a dehydrated.
Oh, okay.
Basically, you add water to pad thai, and it turns into something resembling pad thai, resembling whatever, some sort of rice and meat.
Yeah, I ate an MRE the other day for dinner. I had waited too long, and I didn't have any groceries, and I'd waited too long to order food. And,
but you're near Atlanta. Don't you have like nearly 24-hour services?
I don't want to drive. I don't want to
leave.
I'm high as fuck.
But there isn't 24-hour delivery like Postmates?
No, not 24 hours. They close eventually.
Yeah, they close when the stores do.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had my cheese tortellini MRE, and I broke that bad boy out, and it was awful. It was awful.
Cheese tortellini. How could you ruin cheese tortellini?
The cheese tortellini was actually the best part. The rest of it was like. It was like a bag of peanuts, freeze dry, and not freeze dry, vacuum sealed peanuts. And I was like, "Ooh, let's see what the other snack is." And it was trail mix, but the trail mix was nothing but peanuts. So I just
that's not true. Look, now we're in my wheelhouse. That's not true. Trail mix.
There was peanuts, like 3 cashews, and
no M&Ms?
these little pretzel balls. Like they were like they were like a pretzel, but they were like the size of a Skittle or something. And that was it.
Disappointed U.S. Army.
There was the MRE crackers, and there was the peanut butter and chocolate spread, which meant that there were 3 items with peanuts in there. Like it was just it was a
Kitty
peanut
would hate
bag.
that meal.
It was a peanut bag. It is all it was. And
is that the only one you had? The only MRE?
I had one. Well, I got a whole bunch of MREs like at a location, but like I got my MREs here. I just had the one.
In your bug out shack in the middle of the woods.
wherever my MREs are, it doesn't matter. They are where they are.
But especially not there.
Bit of a prepper.
I wouldn't talk about that sort of thing ever.
That's how you can tell. You can tell the real preppers from the fake ones because the real ones never talk about prepping. And the fake ones always talk about prepping.
Well, it's just some people see it as a hobby and some people see it as a contingency.
Yeah, but the ones who are like taking it seriously were like, there's going to be an EMP. Like, they're like, son, did you mention all of this at school? We're pulling you out. We're going. Like, the serious ones aren't going on that show, I would say.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so. Especially the ones who have like stuff to lose. Like it's one thing if you're like already you're just an average guy and you're just looking for enough like rice and beans to keep you alive in some weird scenario. But like if you're already like a millionaire who's like enjoying his like lifestyle, or 100 millionaire or whatever, like those guys' plans are always extreme.
Yeah, and those ones are the coolest because they set up prepping in a way where it's like, I'm not prepping to survive. I'm prepping to not lose a step in my quality of life. Like I need my live-in servants and all this shit. I bet Bezos and Musk, all those guys have contingency plans at the bottom of the, maybe underneath the Denver airport, if Woody's assumption is correct. We don't know.
If I had like Musk money, I might not want to live in the next thing. Like that, you can only go down from here. It would suck. I don't know. Like when I see people who kill themselves because of a zombie outbreak, I'm like, they might have the right idea.
Yeah, it's pretty selfish.
There's not a lot of joy coming your way.
Because, well, I guess it depends on the kind of zombies. If it's the kind of zombie that's like airborne and when you die, you come back as a zombie, very selfish to kill yourself without like a guillotine. But if it's like you have to be bit, I could see that. Definitely. Just
shoot
checking out
at the temple and most of the lore. I see that.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah. I figured the people killing themselves would be the ones without guns in this scenario. Just killing yourself before someone gets to you. It steals your fucking, rice cakes.
Not your rice cakes.
Not my flavorless styrofoam bullshit.
You can have them.
Rice cakes are bullshit.
They're awful.
Even bullshit as a diet. I was raised with the idea that rice cakes were like 0 calories.
You think 10, right?
You'd think 10. It's not. A low calorie rice cake is like 60.
You could have a bagel almost. Like get it the fuck over with and have a real food.
They're fucking horrible. And you put peanut butter on a rice cake or something and you think you're having a low cal treat. No. This is a calorie dense bullshit make you fat meal. It turns out we all know that rice makes you fat. But we thought rice cakes were like somehow like not part of that like rule set.
Rice or something. Like they poofed out all the bad part and just left us with
all the calories and just leave you the air.
Rice cakes are not the ticket, boys.
The lowest the calorie rice cake I ever had was years ago when I was trying to lose weight, and there were 35 calories, low salt. And like,
were they super thin?
They were maybe that thin. So not they were pretty sizable.
Yeah.
But immediately when you bite in, like it's like almost like a loaf of sourdough. There were hollow areas in the cake, like which I didn't think was possible in a rice cake. Yeah, it sucks all the moisture out of your mouth. It takes you forever to eat it, and you're hating it the whole time.
I bought low-calorie rice cakes. I bought them on Amazon, so I didn't like see them. You know how you can maybe not get that perspective.
Yeah,
like low-calorie rice cakes. For 30 calories, like it's better than nothing. Maybe it'll hold you over and help you get to your next meal, dude. A 30-calorie rice cake was like half a centimeter thick. It was like 2 rice tall. But like this is bullshit. You didn't have any special tricks. You just gave me smaller servings.
A rice cake is a great way to miss food. Like it's a great way to remind yourself, I remember eating. Yeah, it was way better than this.
Like right now, I've got a filet mignon and a baked potato out there, like getting ready to go. The baked potato's been in the oven.
Damn.
Got the fillets about to go on the grill. I got the grill like 700 fucking degrees out there. I'm very excited. Have not eaten today.
Delicious.
So is this breakfast for you?
Yeah,
I'm a little
breakfast.
confused.
No, it's
hearty
breakfast. Well, I skipped breakfast technically because I woke up at 5 p.m. So it's 6 hours later. So this is like noon for me. So like this is like 11 p.m. for me. So it's like it's almost time for lunch. So I'm gonna I skipped breakfast. I'm gonna fix lunch here in a minute. For dinner, I think I'm just gonna go back to the venison. Gonna have some venison patties, some rice, some teriyaki sauce on there. It's gonna be great.
Isaiah, I wanted to ask you what are the conspiracies? You've done so many. I'm sure there's multiple that you went into in your research, being like, "This is the silliest thing. It's going to be funny," and then as you're going, you're like, "No, it can't be real. This can't be a real." Like, were there any like that like by the end you're like, "God damn, I bamboozled myself here."
Mm-hmm.
So I would say the biggest one that I really entered with like the whole I'm going to make fun of this thing on the internet. And now I'm legitimately scared of it, is the concept of fractalization, specifically, which I think fractalization. So Kyle has more experience with this kind of thing than I do, but specifically with that look,
Kyle's face,
specifically with hallucinogenics and things like LSD and all of that, people will begin to see these patterns, and they will have. I
know about fractals.
They'll see these entities, fractals and stuff like that. The craziest thing to me is every single story I've ever heard from someone who has any experience with tripping or whatever, they always encounter the same creatures. They see the same shapes. They have the same experiences. And the wildest story to me, the one that like made me like shut the computer and be like, all right, I'll come back to this at a later day. There were these 4 guys out west who they all got DMT, and they were high for like 2 days. Like they hooked themselves up on an IV to stay hydrated.
Oh, no.
They went, they went in. All 4 of them came out and said that they had met each other, that they had talked to each other in this fractal plane or whatever. And then while telling the story to other people, were able to accurately relay who each other was, what they did, and they all had like a shared experience in this plane of existence or whatever. And I was like, no, that can't be real. And then I keep finding more and more, and it's driven me up a wall.
So that's interesting to me. Like I've only done like mushrooms and acid, but DMT seems really interesting, depending on how you do it. You know, there's the 2 kinds. I don't get super technical with it. Like everybody always wants to pull out a goddamn fake chemistry degree and like dimethyl ethyl kikatine. I'm like, I want to stop him right there and be like, explain to me how that molecule is constructed. Could you draw it for me? Like what kind of bonds are those?
Bro, but I got it tattooed on my leg, bro.
Like I remember just enough chemistry to know that you don't know chemistry. So just stop pretending. But anyway,
I'm gonna throw terms out there like ionic bond, covalent bond, potassium.
Potassium.
Boron.
Elements, science, test tubes, beakers, Bunsen burner much?
You guys are way too smart for me. They clearly know their shit.
I always keep a lit Bunsen burner going when I have company over, so they're like, "Wow, this guy."
They're like, "Hey,
oh, sorry, you caught
me in the middle of my study, and I'm melting like 50 Snickers minis into a bigger Snickers."
There's nothing funny about that.
You throw a sheet over it.
There's actually nothing funny about melting many chocolate bars.
I was about to say, wait a minute.
I told you woman never interrupt me during my studies.
Get out of my studies.
Look, we have a guy here that has found great success with melting food into bigger food.
There's totally nothing. It's nothing to laugh at, melting little chocolate bars down into one big chocolate bar.
It's a genuine science.
There's
absolutely a lot of cool things about that. I think that's very respectable.
My wife telling me that like no matter how hard I work, no one is going to buy my $10 million bar, which is 100 grams melted. It's a $10 million bar. It's in the shape of Reese's.
Ahead of your time.
I wrote to Frito-Lay. They have not got back to me.
You know, the only example of that actually works is what we've all done in making the mega stuffed Oreo. We can improve upon this. It can be done. The other day, I was with somebody at like Dollar General or something, and she grabbed some Oreos, this little like individual serving of Oreos, it's like 4 of them, and they were like, I don't remember what word they used, but it was like stupid fucking retarded stuffed Oreos. And like when she got them out, I was like, wait a goddamn minute, let me see that. It's just cream. They just gave you a big tube of cream and like 2 cookies. Like she's like, you want a bite? I'm like, fuck no, it's just a big mouthful of cream.
How much thicker is it than a traditional double stuff? Like double stuff?
Oh, maybe 3 or 4 times. It's like so thick. You gotta like open. You gotta like, you know when you get a big hamburger and you're like, I don't know if I get my mouth this wide. It was like that.
But with an Oreo, fuck's sake.
That's too much. That's not a good ratio.
It came in a can like Pringles. It was taller than it was wide. Not really, but it was huge. It was silly.
Yeah, I remember back in the day making like your own mega stuffed Oreo. It was fun. You got like 4 Oreos. You made a mega one. You ate it and you were like, wow, so good. But then like when Oreo did it, like triple stuffed, you're kind of like, nah, this is fucked up, bro.
Oh, that doesn't even come close.
Yeah.
That doesn't even come close.
It's weird when they
regular double and super.
What was that one on the left? There was
first of all, that one on the left, that's not
probably the Oreo.
That looked like
Oreo.
licked.
Let me see it. Pull it up again.
That's an Oreo that somebody ate a little.
That already been licked. That's a lick. Yeah, that's a lick.
Is there something called Oreo Thins? Did I dream that?
Yeah.
There are Oreo Thins.
That's probably what it is.
They're not.
There's vanilla ones too.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking masochist is buying?
That's what I'm talking about.
God.
Oh my god!
What the?
You see what I mean?
Whoa!
Each pack,
bro.
An individual serving is 4 of those.
Bro, you get your ass to fucking. You go to Norway, you'll never get gangster shit like this, bro. Say goodbye to the most stuffed.
Hey,
This is absurd.
Read the bottom left corner of the Oreo pack.
110 calories per cookie.
110 calories per cookie.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny is that like
I was talking about how the slit appears when it open. I thought that was funny.
This I like that it's like the most stuff. But like it has to be with 1 F because legally they can't call it stuff because that cream isn't even a real thing.
Yeah,
so they're like you can't even use 2 Fs. You have to make up your own word.
Stuff means it's real.
It's not. Yeah.
1 F is copyrighted. And it means high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
You know what? I just realized that cream and cream are 2 different words because like cream that you make from like cow's milk is
C-R-E-A-M.
No!
I've
never thought about that.
There's no dairy in that. There's no milk in that probably.
What the fuck is creme?
Well,
that's
like you guys know
that's
muscle
how you spell
milk?
like skin cream, right?
Yeah.
CREME.
I'm pretty sure like there's like
you know that product muscle milk?
This is like restaurant for me. I've never noticed that before.
Well, no, I think Harley might be right. Do they spell cream that way because they can't do the regular spelling that implies
dairy farmers? Dairy farmers are really very powerful, and like muscle milk here is muscle MLK. R.I.P. It doesn't have an I in it. It literally doesn't have an I in it. It says muscle milk.
I have a dream that we're all gonna get so fucking jacked we can fight for equality.
Muscle milk.
I have a dream that I can hit my macros in a convenient way at gas stations and convenience stores.
Muscle MLK.
They can't call it milk here, so it literally says muscle milk, but there's no I in the milk.
I want to see a muscle MLK like Photoshop so goddamn bad. I want to see him ripped. I want to see him like on Ronnie Coleman's body. That's what I want. I want MLK on Ronnie Coleman's body.
Make it happen.
I'm sure that
muscle
sure
MLK. I like that.
Absolutely, it's out there.
That
you're gonna get MLK on that black guy's body. You know which one I'm talking about, sitting on the side of the bed. That exists out there. 100%.
OG Mudbone. Yeah.
Isn't that guy dead?
Yes.
I don't know.
Is he?
Not with Photoshop. He's not.
Something about him. I remember something about him how like he needed the money and he had to like pose for those photos to like help someone in his life. Yeah. Like somebody was like maybe health issues or whatever. Like someone needed money, and so he posed for those photos, and he regrets it.
But I don't think that's going to work for me because one of my favorite parts about eating is I selfishly hoard all my food inside myself until I poop it out.
Digesting it. That's your
Digesting
favorite part of the food.
Yeah, I like eating so much that I'm like, oh, I'm almost feeling sick. like
that full content feeling that says, "Good job, you got us full again," because your body thinks that you just went out and like right hooked an antelope and ate its entire body. And it's trying to tell you, God, you did good today, Taylor. I can't believe you right hooked a fucking antelope. Just you. And you were able, you fed your family, and then you were still able to gorge yourself because it thinks you did that too.
Yeah, and you had a whole bag of Sun Chips also.
Meanwhile, it was a whole bag of Sun Chips. They cost $2.70. Your body doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't eat a whole bag of Sun Chips.
I haven't had
last
Sun
night.
Chips in ages.
I think Sun
do they
Chips
still
are
come in that
bottom
bag?
tier. They're disgusting. Yeah. They're the lowest class of chip.
You
got to go. You end up in popcorn land before you find a worse chip. That shit is so fucking nasty.
Sun Chips are healthy. Probably
they're not.
We're eating chips here.
They're not healthy, but they do taste pretty good. If you get the garden salsa
That's
one,
like saying a race car is safe.
Do they come in that outrageously loud bag? They still do that?
No. They stopped that performative trash with their bag where they're like, "Hey, do you like eating chips at night? Not anymore." Like, no, you're gonna be.
Your wife is gonna know you're a midnight snacker.
Aggressively loud, bafflingly loud. Those bags. But yeah, you're right. They're not the best chip, but they're not terrible. I'd put them in the same category as a Pringle.
I'd rather not eat. I'd rather go hungry than eat a Sun Chip. They're not worth brushing my teeth after eating them.
All chips are good to me at this point. I haven't had a chip in a long time, but fuck.
Get yourself some kale. Kale chips are great.
I believe you're lying to me right now.
You know what?
You.
They are.
I can't be convinced that kale chips are worth the kale.
I make them myself. Like you get some balsamic maybe, but mostly just salt and pepper and you slice your own kale and you get it out there and bake it until it's just right. You got to watch it, but it'll get crispy enough that, again, it's like how a nicotine inhaler is like close to a cigarette. But it's not a chip. Like, don't think you're gonna enjoy yourself.
It just disappears when you eat a kale chip. It's like I just put food in my mouth and there's no food in my mouth. Like it becomes the idea of a chip.
Yeah.
The second it touches your tongue, it just dissolves.
Which
is why I stick with the those are like kale chips or seaweed chips.
Yeah.
I haven't tried those.
You can make them. Kale is like almost free. They basically give it away at the grocery store. They'll give this huge bunch of it. You're like, whoa, I said the smallest package you had. And it's like it's a bushel of kale. And you just wash that shit, chop it up, throw it on a pan, maybe spray it with some oil and sprinkle it with some shit, and then bake it. And it turns into these crispy little. You're not gonna like it. It's like eating dry leaves.
No, it's not good.
I hate spring mix. I hate the concept of spring mix. I hate that they try to trick us into thinking that this is fucking human food. Spring mix is absolutely bullshit. And I see these pictures online, like, look at for the same amount of calories as this, and then they have like one Sun Chip. You could have this, and it's a popcorn bowl full of spring mix. Fuck you. There's no food in that bowl though. I could eat that whole thing of spring mix. One, I would hate the experience, and two, I'd still be hungry because it was just we could talk about food and I would get just as much calories as I would from that fucking spring mix. All we do is buy spring mix, keep it in the refrigerator for a couple of weeks, and then throw it away.
Dude, that is my salad transition as well. Where it's like, dude, every trip to the grocery store, you got big plans for salads, and you're gonna be Mr. Salad. I'm gonna be wolfing down salads all the time, and then 3 weeks later, the untouched spring mix comes out and goes in the trash. The only kind of like, I guess, lettuce or salad shit that I actually like is spinach because it tastes like it's got more to it.
Dude,
like,
I eat so much spinach.
Yeah, spinach
I bet I eat 8 pounds of spinach a week when I'm really going at it.
Things.
Yeah. There was literally a time on this show where I explained that I had never eaten like 80% of green vegetables that existed. I had never had spinach when we started this show. Like I was like 27, 28. I had never had spinach before. I had never had like most of the vegetables, like any kind of like onion that would be like a topping vegetable. Like I would throw all that shit off. Like if I'm eating a salad, it would just be tomatoes and lettuce and stuff. But and I would never eat like Brussels sprouts. I had never eaten that until I like got on my like 2 years ago. I'd never had a Brussels sprout.
I used to beg for spinach as a child. I wanted spinach. I
wouldn't fucking eat them. I'd kick them off my plate. Don't fuck with me. I don't eat green beans. No thanks.
I was all about spinach. And then I figured out that cocksucking liar Popeye was not telling the truth about the effects of spinach.
Yeah.
Dude, I literally
good
I think
propaganda.
about Popeye when I eat it sometimes. because I'll have like I'll be cooking like ground beef and rice and this big like pan, and I've got the lid in one hand, and I'm just throwing big handfuls of spinach on top, and then the pan's red hot already, so I dump my water in, and it starts like steaming up. Throw the lid on, and then the spinach just immediately wilts and turns like edible, and I stir that shit up, and I'm just like, you know what, that 2 pounds of spinach, 2 fucking pounds of spinach. Like, I don't know how much vitamin K I need, but I just love it. It's so fucking good. It's just because it's like texture, because that's the only texture that's in that meal.
The texture is slime.
No, it's crunch, because I don't cook it like if you overcook it, it'll turn to slime. But you can leave like a little bit of a texture, like a crunch there. That's you know, I can't cook for you. You know,
I wish you would, Kyle.
Hey, I'm not giving you. Look, there's a trade-off. You want hookies and scritches, or
hickeys?
Hookies and scritches.
Hookies and scritches. Hickeys and scritches, or do you want, you know, good food?
Kyle, I think you can do both. I think I just need to train you up.
I wish we would have explored your journey into vegetables in real time more. Because
like a checklist.
It is baffling that you made it to your mid-30s with like a Brussels sprout. How novel. Like,
no, but the thing is, like, I didn't just go like one night, like, oh, yeah, it's a decent food, and like not eat it again. I immediately went into eating pounds of it a week.
You got obsessed right away, where you're like, I'm a vegetable boy.
you